9 YouTube, this is TK with Cuts by Kelly. In this video I'm going to be doing a haircut with the design on my son, and it's with the Gamma Proteges. If you're interested in this clipper, you should look at my video where I did an unboxing, and they'll let you know about everything that comes in this combo pack. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. I do appreciate all the subscribers who have been teaming up with me lately, so I appreciate that. Welcome aboard. Without further ado, we're going to get into this video. Well, let me say this, I'm also going to come out with a video and just give y'all my my take on the Gamma Protege combo pack, what I like, what I don't like, and if you should buy them. So be looking out for that video. Well, that's it. Let's get into the video. Yeah. First thing I'm gonna do is cut his hair down to wavelength, and I'm gonna do it with a 1/8 guard. For me, wavelength could be a 1/16 open, a 1/8 open, or a 1/4 open. It just depends on the texture of hair. I try to look for the perfect setting to get the hair to lay down. After that, I'm starting the design, so I'll just let y'all watch how I did this rough draft of the design, and then I'll get back to you. So this is pretty much the rough draft. Got a lot of fine tuning to do, but like I said, this is what I normally do. Just do a quick sketch and then clean it up as I go throughout the haircut. So now I'm trying to establish my fade around this design. I'm gonna do the same steps I always do. I set my ball line first. Here is my open line with no guard on, and then I put my 1/8 guard all the way open, and I'm using the corner of my clipper to knock out the bulk at the top. So I'm setting myself up to do the fading steps. Here are my fading steps. From the middle of that fade where I left it all the way open with no guard, I'm going to put on my 1/16 guard, and I'm going close right now, and I go up a notch. Then I'm going to go to quarter, then 3/4, then open. And that's how I do the top of my fade. And then I'm going to go to the bottom right after I finish this and take off my guard and go close quarter, 3/4 open. If this is confusing to you, you can click on this link and I show you those steps with some on the masters and my envies, just so you can see how it is, how I work the lever on the side. So just hit that link and that'll help you understand what I'm talking about. So I'm going through all these steps, and I'm doing a little bit of cleanup, but I'm not doing all the cleanup or all the detail work right now, because I know I have to do my design and make that better. So right now I'm just trying to set everything up. That way, once I got a fade and see how the fade is going to be around the design, then I can do all the fine tuning to make it better. To give you a little insight on this design, the way I came about it, I just seen it like in my head. I was like, oh man, this would be something cool to try out. So that's how I came up with it. A lot of times that's how I come up with my designs. It's something that I just picture, and as I start the design, it kind of evolves as I'm fine-tuning it and making it look better. So sometimes I get stuck. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. So this is definitely something kind of I guess daring, but it is rewarding when you see your work finished and like, all right, I actually put what I seen in my mind on someone's head. So yeah. Here I am on the other side, and I'm going to set up my fade area like I always do. So here I go, knocking out the weight, trying to thin out the hair so I can set up to fade. One thing about his hair is it lays down real good. So when I put it on 1/8 and go with the grain, his hair is still long. And another thing, I guess the clippers, I need to run over the hair a little bit more too, because the clippers didn't catch it on the first time. But his hair lays down real good, so his hair is longer even though I did a 1/8. It's kind of like a 1/4 in a sense. But anyway, I set my open line. Now I'm going with the 1/16 and I'm doing my fading steps into that 1/8 that I originally knocked out the weight with. So you can see the blend is coming together. It still looks real rough. At the bottom, I'm about to do these bottom steps and go close quarter, 3/4, then open. But the main thing about your fades and getting better at fading is the detail work, the cleanup. After you do your fade steps, you have to go back in and do a spot check and make sure you catch all the spots, or as many spots that you can see. Like I always say, the more you do it, the better you get. I still leave spots, but each time I fade, I feel like I catch more and more spots. And ultimately, as I do it more and more, I get quicker at catching those spots. So if I could give some advice, the first thing you have to do, when you're going through your fading steps, just go through it thoroughly. Make sure you do 2 or 3 passes over each step, just so you could cut the hair off fairly evenly. And then after that, when you do your spot check, hopefully you will have less spots if you went through your fading steps thoroughly. So now that we have the fade pretty much set, I'm about to put the setting lotion on his head to help his hair lay down, because you know he had the fro, the mini fro, and now I'm trying to get it down and lay down so he could work on his waves. So that's one reason why I didn't do so much on the spot check, because once his hair lays down, I'm gonna have to go back over it and touch it up. So you can see me doing it, and I'm just gonna get it to lay down, and once I get it to lay down, I'll go back over it and do all my spot checks. You can see the difference, how his hair is laying down, and that's the benefit of using that setting lotion right after someone cuts off long hair. Now the hair is laying down, it looked like he's been brushing his hair already. So that's the benefit of that. Now I'm going over the edge up or the lining, and after this is where I do my spot check even more. I'm not going to show that on this, but I go back around and look for any spots that I see, and I want to try to clean up as many as I can when I'm doing this process. So you see the lining is coming in pretty good. We're about to get to this color. I use a 30 volume lightener just to lighten this part, and I applied it twice just to get it a little more lighter than it was after the first time. And here is the color that I'm applying. This is a spray on color, but it was just so loose that if I sprayed it, it'll go all over the place, and I didn't want it to do that. So I just sprayed it into my mixing bowl and then applied it with a brush. But it came out real good, at least I think so. So if you like this video, if you like this content, make sure you subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, hit the like button, please. Share the video for any beginner barber or someone who is cutting hair at the house. Just thank you for supporting the channel. You can see the fade looks pretty good to me. Like I said, I went back over and did the spot check. So I hope you really like this haircut. If you do, hit that like button and make sure you subscribe. With that, this is TK with Cuts by Kelly, and I appreciate you.